Hey YouTube, thank you so much for joining me today here on Alpha Entertainment. I'm really excited you're here. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today other than the games. As I mentioned in my last video, we're going to be doing a reaction video today, which I'm really excited about. Today we are going to be reacting to Nuke's Top 5. He does a lot of the kind of ghost videos or unexplained videos type of thing, kind of like BMAs or other channels like it. Super excited. Let's get into it.
Tunnel vision. This next video was sent in to popular Japanese ghost hunting team Clipstore by a man who claims that the footage was recorded by his now deceased older brother. The man says that his brother was a big fan of the paranormal and often spent his free time exploring well-known ghost spots in Japan. So one day his brother decides to film an allegedly haunted tunnel somewhere in Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. He has an encounter that is absolutely terrifying.
Who would be brave enough to do that? Dark tunnel, at night, possible haunted. If any of you would actually be crazy enough to do this, I know I'm not crazy enough to do this, but if any of you are crazy enough to do this, let me know. What are you doing? What was that? Y'all heard that, right? What are you doing? Jeepers.
Did you see it? After the man hears a creepy, unexplained
I think everyone and their dog saw that, Nuke.
voice coming from right behind him, he quickly spins around to see an ominous dark figure standing right in front of him. A shadowy shape that had not been there only seconds before. Absolutely terrified, the man makes a run for it. But the story gets even weirder. Because a few weeks later, the man who recorded this video passed away in a freak accident. This horrifying video was found on the man's phone. It was the last video that he recorded before his death. So the Clipstore team tracks down the location, but they don't really find anything unusual during their investigation. So could it be that the man accidentally recorded real paranormal phenomena? And could this have somehow led to him losing his life in such a tragic way? Let me know.
I'll pass.
The Viaduct Tavern. Paranormal investigators Jeff, Phil, and Mark from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations recently investigated the notoriously haunted Viaduct Tavern in London. The viaduct has been around for hundreds of years and was built just a few yards away from the site of the infamous old Newgate prison, where thousands of criminals were executed. The tavern's third floor was once a brothel where a lady of the night named Kate tragically lost her life. With such a long and dark history, it's no wonder that over the years landlords, workers, and even visitors have witnessed terrifying paranormal activity. Nevertheless, the tavern has become a very popular local historical pub. The Ghost Tech team sets up several static cameras and begin their investigation on the third floor, where most of the supernatural activity has been witnessed. It doesn't take long before the three investigators start to hear very strange sounds coming from the floor right above their heads.
I don't know if I would go to that bar if I knew that beforehand. I mean, maybe if it was during the day, but after dark, no. No, I'm going. I'll go somewhere else.
Hello? I can hear you.
Don't talk to it.
I can hear you walking. There was a few footsteps on the floor above us. As I stand on the stairs to the 4th floor, I hear footsteps above me on the floorboards. Here is the audio taken from static cam 5, which is located up on the 4th floor.
Okay, so a part of me is hoping that this is just a fake. And I mean, I probably could be a fake because obviously someone could just stand in place and just stomp around. But if it's not, that's pretty messed up. Again, why are you talking to
The
it?
creepy sound of someone walking can be heard on the 4th floor of the Viaduct Tavern. The Ghost Tech team believes that they might be making contact with the spirit of Kate, the lady of the night that tragically passed away there long ago. Jeff, Phil, and Mark head up to the 4th floor to do a spirit box session, and what happens next is downright creepy.
If I knew your full name, I could look in the newspapers, the old newspapers, and find out what happened to the person that did that terrible thing to you. That's all I need from you, is your surname.
What was that?
So if I hold this out,
Guys.
yeah,
Yeah. What have you caught? Something's in that room. It just went past the window and I've got it on film. Something went across that window.
Kate.
While asking questions, Jeff captures a dark figure quickly moving in front of a window, not once, but twice. Jeff immediately alerts the team of what he's captured, but they can't find any explanation for the bizarre.
I don't think I'd be able to stick around. Like what these guys are doing, sticking around, like asking you questions. No, I'm out of Dodge at that point.
Encounter. And that isn't the only time the team captures something unexplainable that night. Back on the 3rd floor, the 3 investigators begin to hear strange disembodied voices. And then this happens.
There you go. That's what I was hearing downstairs.
Kate, tell me your name, your full name. We can find out. Find out what happened to you and whether the person that did it was caught and punished.
Jesus. Hey there was someone stood by me.
Oh, so it wasn't on
There
camera.
was someone stood right by me then. Oh, hang on a minute. That is the clearest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, calm down.
Mark nearly jumps out of his skin as he sees someone standing right next to him. But when they look, there's no one there. However, when the ghost team reviews their recorded footage later, they realize that Mark actually did capture what he saw on camera. Now it can only be seen for a split second when slowing down the footage, but as Mark spins around, the unexplained face of someone can be seen standing right next to him. So could this be the ghost of Kate, the lady of the night who tragically lost her life inside the tavern? Or could it be the spirits of prisoners who were executed where the tavern now stands? You decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations.
It seems like they totally had it coming because they were there after dark. So they had it coming, but that was, I don't know. If that happened to me, I wouldn't be sleeping that night or any nights after that.
off the rails. Stephen Kerner is out on a drive through the countryside of Minnesota when he spots something very odd.
Oh boy. What, Well, that ain't good. Don't know who's running that, but... I mean, yeah, okay.
I mean, I gotta say, he's a pretty chill guy for having that reaction for seeing what looks like an abandoned railroad have a random cart and dolly thing with nobody driving it. That, I can't say I would have the same reaction he's having now.
A small empty train car with an empty caboose slowly moves along the track, even though no one is driving it. Stephen is a little confused by what he just witnessed, but
I mean, did the driver jump off or maybe get hit by a branch and maybe like running to catch up to it? I don't know.
he just shrugs it off and drives away. But after posting his bizarre encounter on TikTok, someone spots something that Stephen didn't see.
Running that, but... I mean, yeah, okay.
What?
Please tell me I'm not the only one who saw that. This thing. Right here.
Oh.
What the f*** is that?
Viewers are freaked out when they see an odd pale figure seemingly hanging out of the back of the train. Many believe the tiny locomotive to be a ghost train, and some believe that the train might be haunted by a spirit, and others just think it's a very odd occurrence paired with pareidolia. But what do you think this is?
Isn't pareidolia the thing he said is where you see faces and random objects that aren't faces? Apparently I heard that that's like a defense mechanism for us to like sense a threat. Even though there's no threat, we think it's a threat because we don't know what it is and we don't see a clear shot of it. I mean, it's happened to me hundreds of times where I'm looking at something or looking a window and then I see a person, but then a second later, whenever I focus on it again, it's a light stand or, a coat rack. So I know exactly what he's talking about, but that totally looks like an actual person just ducking back.
Let me know down in the comments.
Yeah.
A rough ride. TikTok user Jose Castillo and his friends often mountain bike after work on some wooded trails near the city of Oaxaca, Mexico. One evening after dark, Jose and his friends go out on a trail that they've taken many times before. But this time, things take a terrifying turn. Jose's GoPro camera is recording when something happens that still gives him chills to this day.
You're going too fast. What? But the tree?
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was a
Someone
tree.
or something appears out of nowhere and Jose barely manages to swerve around it. When slowed down and paused, the figure appears to be cloaked, wearing a veil that's translucent enough that you can see what looks like a face. A very disturbing face. Many viewers of Jose's TikTok believe that he captured the infamous weeping woman, La Llorona.
I'm not really convinced about that one. I mean, I'm a little skeptical on it. We were moving fast through the dark woods. Maybe it was a stump, or maybe it's like a shrub, maybe. I don't know. That's like just had to swerve last minute. I can kind of see it from his explanation, but I'm not convinced.
A vengeful spirit of Mexican lore that mourns the loss of her children. But what do you think this is? Let me know.
I'm not convinced. I think it's just a shrub.
Exploration gone wrong. Two friends decide to explore an abandoned industrial park at an undisclosed location in China. The site has been abandoned for over 3 years, and most of the entrances have been locked shut to prevent intruders and squatters. But this doesn't stop the two explorers as they manage to find a way inside.
Okay.
If he said it's been closed for 3 years, I wonder if it was one of the COVID hospitals. Because I remember reading an article where they built a hospital in like a week. So, I mean, it's only 3 years old, so it fits. But maybe they built it and never used it? Anyway, who knows? Maybe I'm going crazy.
Okay. They start to explore the construction floor by floor. That's when they spot something absolutely unnerving.
There was someone sitting in that chair. Y'all dealing with a squatter now. No, he was just there. That ain't right.
Did you see it? Someone appears to be sitting on a chair inside one of the empty offices. The cameraman calls out to his friend and they quickly turn back and check out the room. But there's no one.
I do find it interesting, though, that the buddy is not going along the wall. Because, I mean, if it was a hoax and there is a friend, I think the buddy that was sitting in the chair got up and kind of ran off to the side to kind of hide behind the wall. Otherwise, they would have looked around at all the rooms. But, I mean, kind of spooky, but I totally see how they could stage it by just not looking down the wall he's hiding on. I don't know. Spooky, but I've got my doubts.
One there. So did they accidentally capture a paranormal event? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. An odd intruder. A woman in Jamaica steps outside to retrieve something from her car, but she doesn't know that an absolutely chilling event is about to occur.
What, she get robbed? What's that?
As the woman exits her house and walks towards her car, we can see some strange translucent shape charge out of the woods near her house and run right inside the front door. Now, whatever this is does not seem to be any kind of compression glitch. The woman in the video is perfectly clear, and also the figure approaches the light and still remains an odd, indistinguishable mist. But is it supernatural? And if not, just what is this? As always, I leave it up to you to decide.
Aren't security cameras... Don't they just reuse the same save and they just kind of overwrite everything? So couldn't it be that just someone was walking in at a earlier date, or is that what he means when artifact compression? Because nothing fit, but he just kind of walked in. So I don't know. I feel like it may have been recorded earlier and then it just somehow overstayed itself on the new video. If not, that's crazy. Alright everyone, thank you so much for checking out this video. That was me reacting to Nuke's Top 5. I cut out a couple of the parts that I didn't think were interesting. If you want to watch the whole video, definitely check the comments down below. Definitely be sure to leave your comments as to whether or not you would go to any of those places or be brave enough to be in any of those circumstances, or even just what you thought of the videos and whether or not you thought they were real or fake, or they're just weird and unexplained. Regardless, thank you so much for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And be sure to check in on Sunday whenever we play more Hogwarts Legacy. So I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully you will join us for that.